Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about something that might just flip everything you know about money on its head. We're diving into the Millionaire Fastlane, a book that basically says the safe way to get rich is actually the biggest risk you can take.
I mean, seriously, think about it. We're all taught the same script, right? Go to college, get a good job, put away 10%, max out your retirement accounts, and then, maybe, if you're lucky, you can enjoy your wealth when you're 65. But what if that whole plan isn't just slow? What if it's completely flawed from the start?
So, the book breaks it down into three basic financial roads we can be on. First, you've got the sidewalk. This is all about living for today, paycheck to paycheck, which, usually ends in a pile of debt. Then there's the slow lane. This is the path most of us are told to follow. You play the long game, you delay gratification, all for that promise of being wealthy when you're old. And then there's the fast lane. This is for people who just completely reject that trade-off. Their focus is on building systems to create wealth now, not decades from now.
Okay, let's zoom in on the slow lane, because this is the one that's sold to us as the responsible choice. It's supposed to be the safe bet, but let's really pull back the curtain and see why that promise might just be an illusion. This quote from the author just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The whole premise of the slow lane is that you trade your time for wealth. But the real price you're paying? It's your youth. It's a plan to get rich when you're old, trading away your best, most energetic years for a finish line you might be too tired to even cross. And here's the mathematical trap at the heart of it all. Your income is literally chained to the time you put in. It doesn't matter if you're a brain surgeon or a barista, you're still just trading hours for dollars. And guess what? There's a hard limit on how many hours are in a day.
This right here is the slow lane's unbreakable limit. Your job equals your income, period. Since you can't magically invent a 30-hour day, there is a very real mathematical ceiling on what you can possibly earn. You just can't scale yourself.
All right, so if the slow lane is a trap, what's the escape route? Well, it's the fast lane. And look, this isn't about some get-rich-quick scheme. It's about building something totally different, a wealth creation machine that works for you.
The very first step in the fast lane is to completely redefine what wealth is. It is not your salary. It's not even your 401k balance. Real wealth, fast lane wealth, comes from two things: the net profit your business systems generate, plus the asset value of those systems. The whole focus shifts from earning to owning.
Now this is the engine that drives the whole thing. The book calls it the Law of Effection. Super simple. Your income is directly tied to the number of lives you impact. To make millions of dollars, you have to affect millions of people. Now that can mean impacting millions of people in a small way, like selling a $1 app to a million people, or impacting a few people in a massive way, like building $1 million custom home for one client. The leverage is everything.
Okay, so how do you actually build one of these fast lane businesses? Well, there's a fantastic 5-part checklist called NECST. Let's break it down. First, need. Your business has to solve a real problem or fulfill a genuine need. Forget follow your passion, that's a slow lane myth. Follow the need. Second, entry. How easy is it for anyone else to do what you're doing? If the barrier to entry is super low, you're going to get swamped with competition. A real fast lane business has a moat. Third, control. You have to own and control the whole thing. If your entire business is built on, say, Amazon's marketplace or YouTube, they can change an algorithm and poof, you're gone. You need to be the one in control. Fourth, scale. Can your business grow to serve a city, a country, the world? A local coffee shop is tough to scale, but a piece of software, you can sell that to millions. And finally, number 5, time. Your income has to be detached from your time. Your business should be a system that makes money while you're on vacation, while you're sleeping. If you have to be there for every single sale, you don't own a business, you own a job.
At the end of the day, all these business tactics are useless without one thing: a massive shift in your mindset. It all boils down to one simple, powerful question. It's really this simple. Consumers look at a cool new product and think, I should buy that. Producers look at that same product and think, how could I create and sell something like that? The slow laner works inside the system. The fast laner builds the system. That's it. Shifting your identity from a consumer to a producer is the single biggest step you can take. So, to wrap this all up, what are the big takeaways? 1. The traditional get-rich-slow advice is a trap that keeps you trading your limited time for money. 2. The fast lane is all about breaking free by building scalable business systems that you own and control. 3. Real wealth isn't your salary, it's net profit plus asset value. And finally, the most important part. It all starts with that mental shift. from being a consumer to becoming a producer.
And that leaves us with one last, really important question. When you look at your own life, your career, your financial plans, take a really honest look. Which road are you on? And is it the one you really want to be on?